Mahomes under pressure. He'll tuck it in and run. Vince to the 5. Young, touchdown Texas. Touchdown Vince Young. He's done it again.
Pass comes into Jordan. Here's Michael in the foul line. A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win it! They win it!
Stockton, open three. Good! John Stockton sends the Utah Jazz to the NBA Finals.
A big part of this show through the last couple of years, and that's really what today's about, a celebration of the show as well as the hobby and our wonderful listeners. And a big component of our show has been our news segments historically.
Yeah.
So why don't we get a start with a little bit of hobby news, along with some special guest stars joining us.
Exciting. Can't wait. But
So Timmy, Timmy, why don't you start us off here?
okay, since we really stink at covering news in a timely manner and correctly, I decided to recap a news segment that took the social media part of the hobby by storm last week.
Yeah.
Backyard breakers scandal. If you don't know what that is yet, just go to YouTube and search backyard breakers and get a load of these guys.
Have you ever wanted to punch someone in the face more than the guy on the right?
Actually, the gut, right?
Yeah, the gut, yeah.
Well, that's what I was dressed up as to start the show last week.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught that or not. That's why I was wearing my shirt just under my nipple line. I had a headband on and glasses.
Yeah, Ricky was like, Chad, your camera's not on.
He did not. Yeah. I think that went right over your head.
It did. It totally did. Oh, that's funny as hell. So tell us more about it, Timmy.
All right. So these two douche nozzles on TikTok and Twitch, who apparently have something like 2,700 followers or something absurd, they decided to give away an entire box of Absolute Football, 2021 Absolute Football, estimated at about $800, give or take, depending on where you find it, in their break. Had a mix of products, including some repack, and they were saying, go to Twitch, click follow, go to TikTok, give us a follow. One of these followers is going to get this box. Not just a box, but everything inside the box, ripped, sleeved, shipped. Their own words.
Okay.
That sounds like a whole box giveaway, right?
Which I've never understood this aspect of breaking before. Why it would be entertaining to buy a box of cards, and I realize this is a giveaway, but why would it would be entertaining to buy a box of cards, watch them open it?
No.
That's the most fun part.
I agree.
Yeah, I've never liked this part of the breaking part. I mean, it's a great gesture, right?
Right.
But,
and it exposes you to this issue that Tim's going to tell us about.
right. So these guys are like, oh, GPL10. Apparently the username of the guy who followed and got this box.
Right.
We're going to give away the full box. We're going to rip it, sleeve it, and ship it to you. That sounds like he's going to give it away directly to this user.
Right.
And as they're opening it, they just completely freak out. The guy on the right in the midriff and showing off his washboard abs, he just starts freaking out. He's like, there's a gold kaboom. We're giving away a gold kaboom. Gold kaboom out of 49, which was also wrong because kabooms are out of 10 when they're gold. But anyway, they have a sense for what's going on, and they decide to still open the pack, but then their story just starts changing, right? Now we're going to give it away to not this follower, but somebody on the break. Like, we can't give it away to somebody who has no skin in the game, so to say. And then just as they open it, finally get to the reveal, they pass up a Justin Fields to get to this kaboom. They slow roll it, and then they just proceed to drop it when they get to the gold kaboom because they're like just completely freaking out about it. It's a gold Trevor Lawrence kaboom.
Well,
big card.
And then they go on. I think they went to who did you say was giving advice on how to look up comps?
Oh, Gary V.
They were going to the Gary V school of comps.
Right. Yeah.
Pulling the highest comp they could find and started screaming out how much it was worth.
Yeah. At first it was like, at least a $2,000 card. Oh no, this is at least a $5,000 card. It's like, oh no, it's a Tesla. Call Elon. It's a Tesla. We're giving away a Tesla.
Before they realize
that no, we can't give this away, dude. It's too much. It's not right. We can't give it away.
Train wreck.
So let me just check. At the start of the break, they clearly said, hey, we're going to give this box away unless it's something super cool.
The whole box. All the contents of the box.
All of it. Unless it's something super expensive, in which case we're keeping it. They announced that at the beginning, right?
No.
Oh, weird.
So they end up giving this guy the card or not? They go back here. Well, I guess they go back and forth.
Yeah.
They end up saying they're going to donate money to the Boys and Girls Club after they get backlash.
Such a mess.
They end up, I guess, giving the guy the card and trying to get a tax write-off. I don't know. I honestly didn't care.
Yeah.
It's absurd. But I thought it would be a good opportunity to bring on a historical guest star.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
To get his take on this, as he has a lot of experience in these issues. So please welcome to the show, Chazz the Douche.
Bros!
Oh,
Yeah, good to see you, bros. It's been forever.
High five.
Yeah.
Hi, Chazz.
Bros, I don't see what your problem is with this take. These backyard breakers are some of the most well-respected breakers in the hobby.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. They're screaming, let's go at every opportunity. That's one of the top 5 principles of making quality videos.
Is it?
They're screaming, let's go. I trust them. We all know you promise giveaways to get viewers. That's what you do. You give away cheap product. You ensure yourself you're not going to give away something huge. But if you do hit something huge, it's just an unwritten code that you don't actually give it away. You take it back, you give it away, everyone gets confused, and hey, we're donating money to the Boys and Girls Club, bros.
No, I appreciate your charity, but that's not how giveaways work, bro.
No, these guys could do nothing wrong. They're grade A in my book.
Hey, brah, you mind grabbing me a White Claw?
Yeah, I'll claw with those guys all day in the backyard.
All right, that should keep him busy for a little bit.
It should. Yeah.
Thank you, Chazz the Douche.
Welcome, bros.
You're supposed to be getting me a White Claw.
Yeah.
All right. Now, if I miss this in my news segment, I apologize. Is this Backyard Breakers selling that card?
No.
Okay,
No.
So what some ingenious person has done, and actually I have no problem with what this person did, and I'll jump into it, because it memorializes the S-hole that is some of these breaks.
Yeah.
Or some of the ridiculous chases we have. A couple of years ago, at the start of this podcast, Chad was so kind to buy me one of these cards, which are hand-drawn. Zion Williamson rookie was mine, I think.
It was.
That was fantastic.
And this is a stick figure version of the Trevor Lawrence Gold Kaboom out of 10. And at the bottom, instead of Trevor Lawrence, it only says, the only way I knew Trevor Lawrence is in the eBay listing details. They had to list a player. Because at the bottom of this card, it is a parallel with not a name, no name on front parallel, except the words, "These nuts."
These nuts. Got him. Got him.
It was so funny. If you have not seen the video associated with that audio, please go watch it. This guy is gold.
We should put it up maybe on our website.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll
we will.
post a link. Yeah, let me.
Did you see how much this auction sold for?
I did, yeah. So the reason I don't have a problem with this, it did sell for $510.
$510.
But all benefits went to the Boys and Girls Club.
Oh, that's right.
That is so funny.
That is.
And
Well
honestly, I think it's funny as hell to memorialize such an absolute shit show.
done. Oh, it was just like, that's why I just tuned out. Like you said, Chad, afterwards, it just became such a mess. Like there's a video of like the real GPL 10, like trying to play it off with the owner Grant, like, that it was no big deal, like I kind of understand like what happened with you guys, and
He's the only
it's not
one.
that big.
Yeah, he is the only one.
only
These guys
one.
are tools, complete tools.
Clearly like a plant. This might not have actually been GPL 10 or something, you know.
It probably wasn't. It was Chazz.
Well, you saw a third guy comes onto the screen at some point and turns and winks off air.
Oh, I know.
Now
Like
that
the
means
little-
probably nothing,
Right,
but
no, yeah, like when you shoot your friend a look and you're just like, oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And like they just had this unwritten agreement that they were going to screw over everybody and keep
Right.
the card.
Yeah.
It was just a mess.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, more good news.
Yeah.
I've got one for you guys. Dallas Card Show fiasco. We'll keep this brief.
not just Dallas. One that
Not
we
just
were,
Dallas.
One that we were at.
Uh-huh.
Maybe a guy you worked with.
Maybe. The Pizza Bandit. Oh my God, the Pizza Bandit.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that.
First thought.
Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Okay, I'll tell you about Dallas. Holy it was probably the Pizza Bandit.
I think it was.
Oh my gosh.
Trying to remember if he had a military backpack. But he was-
Episode 87. Las Vegas Card Show.
Yes.
So it must have been the next week when we recapped it, episode 88. But nonetheless, Dallas Card Show, we'll give you something a little quick here. According to Breakout Cards YouTube video, someone at the Dallas Card Show bought a LeBron and Tom Brady rookie card, both in PSA slabs. Now, he showed them off to his friends and showed some people who alerted him that, hey, these cards look like they're fake. They tried to scan the barcode, didn't scan.
Yeah, it didn't pull up in the PSA database
It's an
or
issue.
registry, apparently.
So they thought to themselves that these cards look like they were fake. They alerted the guy hosting Trade Night where this went down. The guy at Trade Night goes berserk. He stands up on a stage. I've got a quote here somewhere. Said, "Are we good? Because I'm in charge. And nobody's walking out till I say so." Locks the place down.
Yeah.
During Trade Night.
What?
Like movie
Locks
style.
it down.
Yeah.
Wait, where is this? The Vegas or?
This is at Dallas. This is at
okay.
the Dallas Card
Okay.
Show Trade Night.
Okay.
After he was alerted that some cards had made transaction that were fake.
Fake. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've all seen the video. Two guys get arrested. One gets tackled. One tries to run away. So I don't know what came of these guys. I don't care. I don't want to highlight on the negative in the hobby.
Right.
But what do we think about just scammers in the hobby in general? This has been an issue. And this is a big question, right? I mean, you could really take this and say, you know, there's a lot of negative going on in the hobby with these scammers.
Right.
Or you could try and say, hey, let's just ignore it and let's try and focus on the positive here. That we've got card shows that are now having trade nights where we can interact and have fun with each other.
Right.
So to really get to the bottom of this, I thought to myself, you know, we've got an expert.
Oh, yeah,
I know
we
who
do.
could weigh in on this.
Yeah.
So, Tim, Ricky, welcome back to our show. Judge Jay Santos Jr. Judge,
my
welcome
goodness.
back.
Hello.
Now, Judge, have you heard of this Dallas Card Show fiasco?
Not until you just reported on it, but it's a real serious issue. And what the hobby needs is a card collector judge. Now, I am a judge, and I am a card collector.
Quite questionable on one of those.
So if you want me to verify your cards are real, please send them to P.O. Box 2439, Sandy, Utah 84091. If they're fake, I will return your card or toss it if you would like me to, save you on some shipping. If they are real, I'll keep the card.
Now, Judge, we can see it here through Zoom. We don't see as many bottles in the background as we did last time. We're proud of you there, Judge.
Yeah, I'm celebrating day 4. 4 days clean, that's right. About
Hey,
to
that's
get
pretty
my
good, man.
first chip. I think it's made out of aluminum.
You put that in an HCA slab, I believe, there, Judge.
I've had to give about 15 coins back. I've had to return them.
Did you put them in the Coinstar machine again?
It's those green bottles, baby.
Well, Judge, thank you very much. You got anything else on the matter? That's
Remember,
dynamite analysis.
that's P.O. Box 2439, Sandy, Utah. Send me your cards. Judge out.
Well, guys, Judge there didn't really seem to answer any of our questions,
No, he
similar
didn't.
to the judge's history. He's out doing his own thing.
Yeah, he's a wild card, that judge, Jay Santos
Just
Jr.
What a mess.
Not unlike his father, who runs the Citizens Auxiliary Police, which is a neighborhood watch group that infringes on all his neighbors' property and personal privacy rights. He likes to stick.
I think this is fan fiction now.
Flashlights into their windows and see what's going on. Make sure everyone's following the law.
Well, Tim, I am absolutely certain that Ricky was onto something that completely went over both of our heads.
Yeah.
So with that being
That's real
said,
deep. That's a deep cut.
that was deep.
Wow.
You know, I think to answer your question though, Chad, I think that I would like to ignore the bad and focus on the good of the hobby. However, I think that we all have to pay attention to this. And it is becoming more and more of an issue. I think it was less of an issue for you, Chad, earlier on. But I really noticed it in that I wouldn't buy graded cards online for the longest time, and would only grade my own cards. That's how I wanted to build my collection, is to hit the card or buy it raw and then grade it myself. Never buy the slab because of fear of this exact issue. And so I'm not saying that I've eventually come to the point where I will buy slabs online. And really, if you want slabs nowadays, that's really the only way to financially do it. at a reasonable price point often.
Now on the PSA app, you can scan the barcode online with the photos online.
Yeah, no, and I think that's I guess my point is that we have to keep this in the back of our mind so that we're utilizing tools like the scan code, and really being cautious. If nothing else, check to look for newer labels. At least for me, I like to look for the Lighthouse label. There's a number of tips and tricks online, and we've covered them on past shows.
Yeah. Cardport has too.
So you always want that in the back of your mind, though, that this is a possibility. Because, God, can you imagine? You should remember how many Jordan rookies we saw floating around at that
It's
Vegas
true.
card show.
So going back to that Vegas card show, for those of you who don't remember, there was a guy, I bought a LeBron Bosch Carmelo Topps rookie card.
Right.
And it was in a case where no one was manning the case. And this dude came flying over from God knows where.
Right.
And he's like, hey, I'll sell you this card for dirt cheap. And I ended up buying the card, and then the guy walked away. And then we were recording our show, if you remember, on the main stage of the Vegas card show.
He also offered you some pizza.
Yeah, and the dude was like just trucking around holding some pizza. And I'm like, who is this guy? But apparently these scammers were at the Vegas card show as well.
They were. And here's the awkward thing about the guy you did your transaction with. At no time was he on the vendor side of the table.
No.
He made a deal with Chad, and they were on the same side, which is where all the customers were.
That doesn't make sense.
You know what? I'm innocent here. I gave money. I received the card. And I even called out the pizza bandit during the show.
You did.
And you could get the room all shut down and locked down by some dude on stage.
Can you imagine how afraid? What was her name? What was the name of our showgirl? Aaron. God, Tim. Just like that, huh?
Yeah.
Just like that.
Sometimes it's there.
Just like that. Huh. Detroit Aaron. She would have been terrified if that place got locked down.
Oh, God. Oh, can you imagine?
Oh, my goodness.
Lovely lady.
Next year, if we do Vegas again, do we start the show with that?
Yes. Yes. If they let us back, they know what they're getting themselves into at this point. We start it with, we're locking it down. We know one of you is trying to scam us here. Shut the doors. No one's going anywhere. And let's just see what happens.
Send Tim at the start of the show to the back of the room to slam a door real loud.
Oh, gosh.
People would freak out.
This is Ricky burning bridges again, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep. God, it would be funny.
Wow, that went sideways for a long time.
But just real quick, I mean, I think at the end of the day, those cars were found to not be fake. So I think some of them were not fake, right? And I think my point about scammers in the hobby is that it's almost like social justice on the internet, right? Like it's gone a little bit too far as far as like, we need to cancel this person. We need to just be this mob, which is good and bad, right? Like you can utilize that energy to do some good and kind of keep these bad actors in check, which I think overall has happened in the last week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. The overall response is that, like you're not going to get away with this in the hobby anymore. Like there's eyes and ears everywhere.
Right.
We were reporting on scammers in the hobby. I don't care what the outcome of this Dallas card show thing was. I do not care. Save your message. I don't give two shits.
Wasn't the point of this segment.
Nope, not the point. I don't care. Don't message us.
Nope.
Tim, next.
Timmy.
Oh my goodness.
National Treasures football.
Yeah. Immaculate Football is coming out this Friday or yesterday for those listening to the show now. But National Treasures, who cares about Immaculate? National Treasures, much better way to go. I'm excited for this year. I think they're trying. Panini's trying to go out with a bang, I think. It's still going to be long odds. NT is still just NT. I mean, it's going to be expensive. You're looking at one good card a box, even though there's 3 autos, 3 memorabilia cards, 1 base insert, and 1 parallel in each box. That's a whopping 8 cards, baby.
Wow.
But what you're looking for now, so there's a couple new card types. There's a signature treasury. There's the National Archives signatures. There's framed fabrics, a relic card, and then treasured rookies and heirlooms, more relics. But I think, Chad, you pointed out that there's going to be a nice new shiny type of card called the Rookie Signature Field Pass.
This is the only card I care about in this set.
Yeah,
me too.
Based on the pictures.
Yep, me too.
So rephrase that. It's not new because last year they debuted it, but it's new in the appearance that they're going for, and it's gorgeous.
It is.
The colors, if they're going to be anything like the mock-ups online, really vibrant cards, which is going to be hard to do, I think, on a really thick stock card. Yeah. So I'm skeptical, but if they pull this off, these are going to be gorgeous photos. not photoshopped, like actual live shots onto a card.
Yeah, you get the background behind the player, which is not normal for National Treasure.
No, not at all. Yeah.
And then they border the player in the position, but then the background extends all the way to the edge of the card, which is so cool. And also a gold auto, it looks like. Gold ink.
Yeah, it's going to really look good.
It looks incredible. If you have not seen this on this first look of National Treasure, maybe we'll throw it up on our blog. It depends if we get time. It looks beautiful.
Yeah. No, I completely agree.
Great cards.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Speaking of football, Timmy, the AFC, NFC title games are set.
Yeah.
By the time you're listening to this, tomorrow, the big day. We've got in the AFC, your Cincinnati Bengals and Mr. Joe Burrow going up against Patrick Mahomes and his Kansas City Chiefs.
It's true. Yep.
In the NFC, we've got two other great quarterbacks where you've got Matthew Stafford taking on the LA Rams, taking on the San Francisco 49ers, Jimmy G.
That's rough. I'm sorry, man.
I'm happy for Stafford.
Stafford, that's
am.
fair, right? Former Lions. I think you're basically rooting for him at this point. Right?
I am. Yeah. I am cheering for him.
That's fine.
He's going to blow it anyway.
I'm cheering for me because remember at the beginning of the year when there was a 2012 gold Matthew Stafford Prism card that I sent to Ricky, and I'm like, Ricky, you should buy this. And Tim's like, why? And I said, the Rams are going to the Super Bowl this year.
You did say that.
Yep.
You did. But I don't really care what you think about odds, Chet. I want to hear from special guest correspondent Vegas Tommy.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, no. Vegas Tommy's back.
Hey, Vegas Tommy.
It's been a while.
Oh, God. He is a hurricane.
He's back.
Already quick, buddy. I'm missing out on some time in the pits. Yeah.
So what tell us, Vegas Tommy, out of these four stellar quarterbacks, which one's card value do you expect to be the highest out of Burrow, Mahomes, Jimmy G, or Stafford?
It's not going to be Stafford, baby. Screw that guy. It's going to be Burrow. Want to know why?
Why?
I like my odds long, baby. Just like everything else. And Burrow's plus 260 to win this game, but Mahomes, he's going down, baby.
Oh, God.
You think that the Bengals, who have won their first playoff game in decades, are going into Arrowhead to knock off the Chiefs?
You bet your odds, baby. Put it all on black and orange. It's Burrow, baby.
Oh, Vegas Tommy. He comes in, he burns the place to the ground, and then he leaves. Who do you guys like? We were talking over the weekend. I'm a huge fan of Burrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I realized it made me realize that with Mahomes, it seems like I can't remember a time when he wasn't a superstar, but going back, I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs were not a household name.
No.
And if Burrow can keep performing and winning, the Bengals are going to become a hot team to root for.
I think so. Who they? Right?
They are. Should be fun to watch, though. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to win another Super Bowl.
Oh, absolutely.
The Rams might be able to get him, but interestingly, the Rams lost 2 games to the Niners this year.
They did.
How about that? So it should be some more fun football watching.
And
last weekend, the most exciting weekend of football I have seen in years.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that might be all-time
I was
great
glued
weekend.
to the TV, and I can't sit still through anything.
No, you can't.
No, I'm the same way. It was amazing. I even my wife gets anxiety because she always picks a team she likes, and then when they're not doing well, she freaks out.
Yeah.
And I even got her. I was like, "You have to come watch this. This is the most incredible thing I've ever seen." I think you're right. I think Mahomes is going to win another one. I hope he doesn't. Not that I dislike Mahomes himself. His brother and his wife are total losers.
Yeah,
but
get him off.
But he seems like a good enough guy. It's just I want to see more parity.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I got to say, I wish it would have been, who did was it Cincinnati? By the way, Cincinnati beat Kansas City once this year.
They did.
Interesting.
In Cincinnati, not in Kansas City.
Okay.
Was that like week 15 or something? 14?
But they put a shellacking on him, I believe.
Wow.
And so it's something to watch.
Yeah. It's no guarantee.
It's been fun to pull out football cards and look at them, and I haven't done that in quite some time.
Agreed.
I made 2 posts of cards this weekend. I don't think we have made a post of actual cards that we have in months on our Instagram.
It's been a while.
We haven't. I've been terrible. I've always been terrible about that. But I got to say, I was texting with my cousin over the weekend. How much better would that game have been if it was Cincinnati versus the Houston Oilers?
Yeah.
I know.
That would have been fun.
It felt like classic 80s, 90s
Yeah,
AFC
it really did.
football.
It did.
Yeah, it really did.
This playoff. So, Chad, bring us home.
Yeah, sure. Last thing that we have here, just an update on Josh Allen, who we spoke about last week.
Mm-hmm.
He had a PW Shill C auction. Prism gold vinyl out of 5.
It's not
PSA
official,
10 that sold last weekend for $264,000.
Shield.
Whew. Up from $5,800 a year and a half ago.
What?
I don't even.
That is one of the greatest games, I believe, in NFL playoff history that we witnessed.
Mm-hmm.
And he was nearly flawless.
Nearly flawless, and he still came out a loser. That sucks, I mean, that's on the coaching staff. There were so many different ways that last 13 seconds could have been dissected or played or whatever. There's so many different things you could have done. At the end of the day, you weren't the coach. You weren't out there making those decisions, but poor Josh Allen. Wow.
Oh, my heart broke for him.
Yeah.
Is he going to end up being in the same type category, different sport, of the Karl Malone, John Stockton, Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, Charles Barkley, that runs
The
into
Suns.
Jordan each year and is denied a title because of Patrick Mahomes?
Absolutely.
Well, and it's not. I think even if it's almost like an NBA West versus East scenario where if it's not Mahomes, it's Justin Herbert. If it's not Herbert, it's
yeah.
I mean, the AFC's becoming stacked with
so rough.
quarterback talent.
But boy, he looked good.
Yeah,
He looked good. And I remember just a week ago when I said he would be on the bottom of the 3 quarterbacks for long term. I was saying, oh
man.
God, that didn't age
He was out
more
to
than
prove
a day.
everybody wrong.
How is someone paying $250,000 for a non-autographed card?
Because
Seriously?
of Brady.
Because of who?
Because of Brady.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's absurd.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
It's true, right?
If Brady is the benchmark, right? So as long as he's the ceiling, anywhere between floor and ceiling, like you could justify any card value.
Josh Allen played perfect.
Nearly perfect. Yeah. They both had like QB ratings above like 134 or something like
He
that.
he played perfect.
Yeah.
Not even in the own title game for his conference.
Nope.
And if you are saying that price is inflated because of Brady, who has won how many Super Bowls? 8?
Yeah. 7.
It's got a long way to go. 7, 8, whatever it is.
He does. But I do think I don't
a lot of
think-
Super Bowls built into that price.
Yeah.
Well, and I do think it's going to be a challenge for him, but I still have the belief that the Bills could get over that hump at some point. I still do. You guys had both mentioned that loss had
rough.
to wreck him and the team, and I agree. But this is where we find out who's great, right?
Yeah.
Great one. Jordan lost some tough ones before he won it with Detroit in the Eastern Conference.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
You know who's great is Mahomes.
Mahomes is great already. You're right. Mahomes is established great. I'm just saying down the road, if Josh Allen wants to be considered one of the best ever, he's got to overcome it.
Yep.
And God, they're talented. And if I'm the Bills, that is just heartbreaking eating at me. But at the same time, I focused on that game and thought, hell, we hung with them.
Yeah. I love that quote by Andy Reid, just to finish this off from my end.
Yeah.
When things are grim, be the Grim Reaper. Oh, I love it. Oh, baby.
Fierce, but no,
Go
if
out
Josh
and just
Allen,
kill.
Yeah, if Josh Allen wants to win, I'm thinking of The Wire, where like, if you're going to come at the king, you best not miss, baby.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So how much money did you lose this weekend, Timmy?
0. I'm done.
Hey.
Retired. Yeah, I mean, I may need to go get some of those chips from Judge Jay Santos, but
Wait, I'm excited for this, but I don't think I like what you're setting up for this. So screw you, Ricky.
Oh, no, nothing. I'm not going to come at you.
I may not have fared so well in the last week.
Oh, did you?
And I'm a little sensitive about it.
Did you maybe make some bets?
Well, in segment 3, you'll find out.
Oh, okay. So
That's it.
that's all, folks.
That's it for our news.